Hey everyone, greetings from Technical Cloud Knowledge, and again that's side Shaka. Well, how about you all? I hope you all are doing very well. Basically, this is the another lecture on Linux, and today we're gonna discuss the CD command. It is a lecture number 6 in which we will gonna discuss the CD command in depth. Okay, so to avoid any necessary point regarding the CD command, you have to watch the full video and stay connected with me for more information regarding the Linux. Okay, so let's begin with the CD command. As we have already discussed in our previous lecture that we will discuss like what is command and what is the command syntax, why do we need arguments or the options in the command, and many more. Okay, so let's begin. As we all know that our Linux world begins with this forward slash. Okay, we all know that the Linux world is begin with the forward slash. Okay, let me write it there as well. Forward slash, or it could be say that we say that root partition. Okay, so yeah, from there our Linux world begins. Okay, and under this forward slash there are many directories come under this, like bin, root, sbin, home, mnv, and many more. Okay, sorry, mnt and srv and many more. Okay, so let me write it there as well. Home, root, bin, sbin. Let's take example of these four. Okay, so we all know that under this forward slash there are many directories come, and under these directories there are many subdirectories too, which I have already discussed in our previous lectures as well when I have introduced the Linux terminal. Okay, so we all know that under these directories there are many subdirectories too. Let's take the example of home. Suppose in this home directory there are many subdirectories come. Suppose there are 3 subdirectories come under the home directory. Let's take first system, device, okay, and let's take laptop and many more. Okay, so suppose these 3 directories, subdirectories also come under this one directory. Now if I want to run the pwd command, I would run the pwd command. Pwd command, what does it refers? Print working directory. Okay, it will going to print your working directory in which you are currently working or sitting in the directory. Okay, so now if I would run the pwd command, it will show that I am at the root directory, I am at the home directory of the root user. Okay, so as we all know that whenever a user open the terminal or access the terminal, it will come into the home directory of its, like the root, if the root user will open the terminal, it will come into the root directory, which is the home directory of the root user. Okay, so let's understand it in more better way through practical, but let me tell you what is the cd command first. Okay, basically cd command refers if I want to go through home directory to root directory, or to root directory to bin directory, then to sbin directory, and if I want to again come back to the home directory, the movement like from one directory, if I want to move from one directory to another, we will use the cd command. Basically cd command refers to change the directory, to move from one directory to another, or to change the directory, your current working directory. Okay, let me write it there as well. Cd command refers change the current directory, or we can say to move from one directory to another. Let's understand it better in a better way through practical. Let's open the VMware workstation, your terminal. Okay, try to always log in with the root user. Okay, so let's run the pwd command first. So where I am at the root directory, okay, which is the home directory of the root user. Now let's run the ls command for to list the content what is inside this root directory. There are many directories and files, okay. So now let's move to the desktop directory first. Okay, for that we need to run the cd command. As I have already shared that to move from one directory to another, we would run the cd command, cd desk top. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now where we are, let's run the pwd command. So I am at the root directory under the subdirectory of the root directory, which is desktop. So I am at the desktop directory, which is the subdirectory of the root directory. Okay, now if I want to move from desktop directory to another directory, let's understand what happens. Okay, so now I want to move from desktop directory to download. What I do? Okay, so it is showing that no such file or directory exists. So now let's understand what happens. Okay, basically let's go to the graphical way as well. Now if I suppose if I am at the desktop directory, okay, I have created this desktop directory in the root directory. This is come under the root directory. Okay, so the parent directory of the desktop directory is the root directory, and now we all know that the under the root directory there are many there are many directories come under this root directory. As we all know that the download directory is also come under the root directory. Okay, this one is also come under the root directory, and now I am searching under this download directory under the desktop directory, which is a subdirectory of the root directory. So what will happen? It will not gonna show me because there is no such kind of directory exists in reality. As we all know that desktop is the is only the directory of the root directory, and under the desktop there is no file exists right now. And I am searching the downloads, which is the subdirectory of the root directory, and which is come under the root directory only. And now I'm searching downloads in the desktop directory, so that's why it is showing that there is no such file exist, or there is no such file or the directory exists. Okay, so for that if I want to move if I want to go to the downloads, first I have to create the download directory in the desktop, then I can move to download directory in the under the desktop directory. Okay, or there is second option is that I can remove, I can back out from the desktop directory and then go to the download directory under the root directory. Okay, so for that what we will gonna do to move from, if we want to go back to the home directory, what we're gonna do, we will use three options. Okay, for that three option is necessary. You can use any of them if you want to go back to your main directory or your home directory. So let's understand what are these options. First one is cd. You have to run the command cd. If you simply just run the cd command, you will go back to your home directory. Okay, or the second option is that you can run cd space tilt. Okay, it will also gonna take you to your home directory, which is the root directory. And the third one is that you have to run the cd space / root. Okay, so this one, these three will take you back to your home directory or your root directory. So for that you don't have to waste your time, or you don't have to worry. You can simply run any of these three commands, and you can simply go back to your main directory, which is the home directory, and thereafter you can run any command if you want to go back to your if you want to go back to or move to another directory. You can simply run the command cd with the directory name. Okay, so let's run only cd. So right now where I'm at, okay, let's run pwd command. So I am back at my root directory, which is the home directory of my root, through which the terminal is opened or login. I am the root user and I am back at my directory. Now if I would run cd tilt, then where I would go, let's come back to another directory, then we will move to the main directory. Let's again go back to the cd desktop. Okay, Okay, so I'm at the desktop directory. Let's check it as well. Okay, so I'm at the desktop directory. Now if I also want to, now I again want to go back to my main directory, which is the home directory of the root user. Let's go back to so what kind of command would I run? I would run cd space tilde, as we have already run the first option, the first command cd. So now we will just gonna move with the second option, which is the cd space tilde. Okay, so let's check where I am right now. I'm at the home directory of mine. Now let's run the third command. For that we need to again move to another directory. Okay, so let's move to another directory. Let's move to downloads. Okay, okay, now I'm at the download directory. Let's check as well. Okay, at download directory. Okay, as it is showing that it is a subdirectory of the root directory. I'm at the download directory. Now let's use the option number 3, which is the we have to run the command number 3. Okay, cd space slash root. Now let's check. Again, we are at the home directory of the root user. So I think you all are clear with these three options, that we can run these three commands to if we want to go back to the home directory or the root directory of the root user. Okay, so these three commands we would run to go back to our home directory. Wait a minute. Back to home directory or the main directory. Okay, so I think all these things has been clear to you till then. Now as we are clear that from if we want to move from one directory to another, we will just gonna use the cd command. Okay, so now if I want to understand, if I want to make a suppose if I'm creating a directory, I'm making a directory mkdir. Okay, suppose if I have created this directory. Wait a minute. Okay, now if I want to move to the Shikha directory, what would I run? I would run cd slash Shikha. Now let's run the pwd command. I am at the Shikha directory, which is come under the root directory. Okay, now I would want to go to the Sharma directory, which is, and the parent directory of the Sharma directory is the Shikha directory. I would run the cd Sharma under the Shikha directory, because, and we are at the Sharma directory. Why? Because Shikha is the parent directory of the Sharma. That's why the directory is under, like the directory has been created under the Shikha directory. That's why it is showing the directory. But if I would run under after, like if I would go back to the root, I'm at the root directory, which is a home directory. Now I would run the Shikha directory. It will not gonna show me. It will say that no such file or directory. Okay, because this file has been created under the Shikha directory. Okay, so the parent directory of the Sharma directory is the Shikha directory. So if we run the directory on anywhere path, it will not gonna show us the correct directory path location, or the correct path or the location of the directory. Okay, so for that we have to be very we need to be very careful while running any command. Okay, let's again go back to the Shikha directory so that we can move to another directories as well under this. Okay, I'm again at the Sharma directory. Now let's move to India directory. Wait. Okay. pwd command. Okay, so I'm at the India directory. Now again move back to Delhi directory. pwd command. Now at the Delhi directory. Now let's move to city directory. So pwd command cd. So as you all know that it is showing after running cd city directory and the running the command pwd command, we will able to know that under the root there is the directory name Shikha, and under this directory there is another directory Sharma, then under this India, then Delhi, then city. And how is the city is the like the all these are the parent directory of the city. So -p is basically refers to the parent directory. Okay. While we are creating the directory, we will use mkdir command to for creating the directory. We will gonna discuss in another lecture about this command. Okay, and -p is basically used to tell you that it is a parent directory. It is refers to the parent directory. That's why we use -p. Okay. And let me tell you one more thing. If we want to go back, we will just run the cd command. Now, okay, we are at the root directory. Okay, so if we want to go back only one step back, then we will run cd dot dot. Okay, we are at the wait. Suppose I'm at the cd Shikha directory. Okay. Okay, now I would run cd dot dot. Okay, so when we use the command, when we run the command cd dot dot, it will go take us back to the previous directory. Okay, the parent directory of that directory. Suppose if I would run the cd Shikha, okay, and under this I would run the Sharma directory. And after when I run the cd dot dot directory, it will take me back to the parent directory of the Sharma directory, which is the Shikha directory. Okay, so why we use cd dot dot command? We use to go back to the parent directory of that directory. Okay, cd space dot dot used for the move to the parent directory. And remember, there is another option which is cd dot space dot. It refers okay, and cd dot refers space dot refers for the current directory which we are currently working and setting. Okay, it will also show us the current directory. Suppose if I would run this command, it will tell me that where I am right now. So I'm at the Shikha directory. Okay, so I think you all are clear with that much as well. Okay, so you all are clear with these things as well. Why do we use cd and where we use cds till December, and then if we want to go back to the main account, we will use the cd space root. Okay, and if you want to create a directory, we will use mkdir and -p for the parent directory to know the parent directory of that directory, and cd to move to the parent directory, and all these. I think you all are clear with that much as well. And yeah, be remember that if you want to know more about the cd command, you just have to run the command cd space --help. Okay, you will get able to get like in detail what is the cd command and what kind of options we can use in the cd command. And if you want to know more in detail about the cd command, then run the man cd. Okay, now you can run in much like detail about the cd command. Just press the Q button for if you want to quit. Okay, so that's it for today. Let's wrap up our lecture now, our lecture number 6 of our Linux series, and stay in touch with Shikha and the cloud knowledge, so that if you want to know more about Linux, and you will not gonna miss any necessary lecture or the information regarding the Linux. So stay in touch with us, and that's it for today. Keep watching.